GamingFreak.com. Hello! Welcome back to all of my subscribers. Apologies for this slow release of this video. My hard drive got completely wiped of data, which is anything but ideal, but that's what happened, and it's currently in the process of being recovered, if possible, but it's not looking very promising, so I might lose all of my high school photos till today, so it's always good. But anyway, today what we're going to be talking about is individual tactics, like when you're playing solo. So here you can see I'm again rocking the Logi suit with the Scrambler and Flaylock. Also got an active scanner, because when you're playing solo it's nice to know where the enemy are, at least as much as you can, unless they've got profile dampeners. Which brings me on to my fitting, which is I've only got one complex profile dampener on this suit, and as you'll see later, when the enemy starts scanning, their scans tend to be generally ineffective, which is nice because they don't know where you are, and a lot of people surprisingly don't check the scan results. You'll see in a second when I scan it'll say no margin for error, for example, but when a lot of people do it, if they do scan me, it'll say some margin of error, but a lot of people don't notice that, and they just assume that if there's nothing on the scan that's indicative of there being absolutely no one there. This isn't the case, especially if it says some margin of error. But as you can see on mine, it says no margin of error. That means I'm getting everyone scanned that's there. So with the individual tactics, I'm not rushing in gun-ho. I am using a proto suit though. If I was using blueprint suits, I'd probably be a bit more confident in terms of just running in and not really caring if I lost the suit or not. But here you can see I'm just standing off, trying to keep them in this Bravo area as much as possible. Here you can see that the scan was ineffective at the top of the screen in orange, which is really nice. It means that they don't necessarily know I'm here, but they might know that that blueberry next to me is there, which again is kind of giving my position away, but you can't always win them all. So here, you know, I'm letting the blues run in, and I'm just trying to pick them off and keep them in here at Bravo, so that we can hopefully eventually push into it properly. Awesome ragdoll here again. Yeah, so just holding my position here and nearly dying a few times, so I'm glad this tank turned up around the corner, which was pretty lucky in terms of its timing. So as I'm waiting for my armor to repair, you know, I'm not just gonna throw myself into the fight here. We're doing okay, so I'm putting down a drop-up link so that more people can get involved from this angle, because it seems to be a nice little angle going here. Plus we got the tank and support. So I'm not just thinking about myself here, I'm thinking about the overall picture with the tank as well, which helps. I don't know why I didn't throw a grenade down this hallway. I should have done. I probably would have got a few more kills. Good thing it wasn't faction warfare as well. I would have killed that guy anyway with the Flaylock straight to the back of the body. And you saw there the, you know, heavy around the corner, just spraying would have taken me out straight away, so I backed out and I let the tank keep them in there, which was nice. And then as you see here, we just finishing the last few guys off in Bravo before they get the hack on. Yeah, sorry about that, I'm clearing my throat. So as they start to hack Bravo here, there's enough of them for me to know that they're definitely gonna get the hack. So what I do is I think, okay, what else am I going to do as an individual? I'm going to have to put more drop up links, because these guys obviously found that useful because they all spawned there. So as I'm waiting for this dropship, I'm getting sniped, which is infuriating, as I nearly die, but the dropship comes in just in time for me to use it as a shield. And I also got shot by I think some missiles, but I managed to get out of there with my dropship intact. So I put down a drop up link near Alpha here because as an individual we've already got Bravo, so I wasn't much use there. So I decided to put down this drop up link. The good thing here with running the Logi is, as I'm running solo, it lets me put down a few extra modules that are of use to the team. So I'm more of a utility Logi, even though I'm an assault kind of role. Not really fully assault, but bit more of an individual awareness kind of fit. So you know where everyone is, and you're not easily scanned, which is quite nice. So again here, as I'm playing on my own, I want to get to the top of the building so I can have a nice little vantage point over the enemy that's coming in here at Bravo. Scanning them casually, you see no margin of error again, which is nice. It means that I can know for sure that those are the only people in that area that I scanned. That missile that came in, I thought there was a dropship on its way, so hence me running there, but ended up being okay. One thing I recommend, which I didn't do there, is always have your both weapons, or always have your weapon at full ammo if you can. It makes such a difference to finishing off people, as you'll see in a second. After there's one guy who I catch as he's running down the stairs, and then I finish him off with the flaylock by preempting where he's going. So the tactic I used just here with this guy is, he knows that most flaylocks have 3 rounds, so I fire 3 rounds off in obvious timings, so that he thinks he has time to pop out around the corner, and as he does so I just finished him off, which is quite nice. In a non-sexual way, of course. And this guy on the LAV, really, he was the guy with the missiles that's causing me to run away thinking there's a dropship, which was quite well played by him, but it caught up with him there. So anyway, so again, I'm at Bravo here, and I start to get a bit confident, and I annoy some of the heavies in a second. I think this is the guy that I finished off there with the flare. It's always good to have it reloaded, just so you can polish them off, so to speak. And again here I tried to do the same tactic, but it just didn't work. And at the top of the screen there you also see scan prevented, which is nice. So I thought I could shoot these guys and be okay, but I accidentally overheat, which was to my detriment later. You'll see, and again the scan was prevented, which is really nice. And these 3 guys here, when I scan, although it picks them up, it doesn't seem to hold them there, so I'm assuming that they're also using proto or the complex dampeners, which is incredibly useful. That's what I found, at least. So anyway, this dropship, assault dropship, was called in, I think, and was in the same squad as those heavies, because I must have obviously pissed them off a bit. So I'm trying, I forget it's not factional warfare, and I'm trying to destroy the nano hive there to not give my position away or make it look like I've gone. But unfortunately I can't, because it's a public game. So they're trying to get me, but I'm I'm trying to hide, but not very successfully, as you'll see in a second. I try to shoot the guy out, but he's a heavy, so he'll kill me before I could manage to even get close to killing him, I think. And as I see him jump out, I think, fuck this shit, as I jump off. And you can see the railgun charges from the dropship firing either side, and I managed to get behind the boxes as this incredible blue dropship just rams the assault dropship, which is pretty cool. And then I just completely miss here because I was laughing quite hard at him getting rammed by that other dropship. So again, playing solo, I decide to get on a nice vantage point. You know, it might be boring for some people. They might not like this tactic, but at the end of the day, it allows me to survive when I'm playing on my own and get some nice kills. You know, I don't have a Logi wrapping me, and it just adds to that that ability to survive. So here I'm getting sniped. It's from way in the distance. I tried to see where it is after I put this drop up link down. But I put this drop up link down for a few reasons. One is because we've lost Bravo, and the other reason is I'm getting sniped. So if there's more people up here, it's safety in numbers. So I might not always be the person getting sniped. So when you're running individually, there's also a few in-game tactics that you've got to think of on the spot, which is quite interesting. Like here I'm getting, the scan is getting prevented, but the guy still runs out, so he must have had some margin of error on his screen, but I don't think he paid attention to that when he did the scan. And so he thought that I was gone or shot or died or something, which obviously wasn't the case. But I was trying to save that blue, didn't work. So but yeah, so now we've got more people spawning up here. I'm not getting picked on by the sniper as much, so I try to be quick here on killing this guy, but the damage doesn't seem to happen. So I decide to go grenade routes as they come around the corner, cooking the grenade here as well, which works quite nicely. And then I start getting sniped again, so obviously he's picking on me again, so I gotta hightail it back to cover. So when you're playing solo, sometimes it's nice to have a vantage point if you're good from a vantage point. But don't forget, you know, if you do use someone's spawn pad on a vantage point, don't forget to replace it if you have it, or not replace it, but add to the spawn points there. You know, just add one each time you spawn in. It's not excessive if you can, because it keeps that area alive, keeps the spawn area alive, which is always nice to have. And that way, you know, with people jumping in and whatever, or spawning in, sorry, it means that you're all getting points as well, which is really useful, and it helps you gain more skill points actually, because it is based partially on your war points. So it's always good in that respect. And orbital comes in here. I always make sure I'm near the edge as much as I can be, especially late in the game, because there must be orbitals if there are squads, and that helped save me at this point. So you got to be quite forward thinking when you're playing on your own. It's not always easy to do that, but it can help to, you know, think about, okay, put the spawn pad up, get more people in, so that I'm not always the one that's being focused on with the fire, or, you know, putting down scanning, preempting things by putting a scanner on your fit, so that you can always see the enemy. So that was quite a close match, but we won. It was a really fun game as well. So if you guys like this video, please remember to like, favorite and subscribe. Sorry I haven't been putting more up, but hard drive getting wiped out kind of put a dampener on things. Thanks again guys. Bye.